no abo aha Pent Radio 100.1 FM Yokumase Asokwa Pentecost House. Originally I can kasi na browser say the Pent Radio 100.1 FM eso akenka for you me ohini benya komeni. Mame ajua ahinkra kechi. Wakasi man semne de dimako tribi and say On Pent John Dramani Mahama edia to Joseph one more was a real kokotena a social media Facebook Twitter Instagram de kekamo na se mo so pankro din crofo tem na edmonson so kejagum na abusia wei san crofo na mo kan crofo so si yanhwe ye ebetimi de oman no akwateba foforo mu entimo amotesa na yedemra eba. Chieftaincy and Religious Affairs Minister Eddie Abasubo Akwama Jontini Emma the Church of Pentecost Apostle Eric Nyameche. Director General of the Ghana Tertiary Education Council and Professor Ahmed Jinapoche say she upon being more distance learning. Distance learning no one matna ye anasa she ya one mere distance learning enye kanti be so ohade aduanan enkro de yatum. Mental health authorities for so e de atu Jose Ghana for be apem ena wo mo ye so mo ankasa ebeji wo mo nkwa e de free wo mo ensem abosumi dumotwe entem na no ena wode afutu akose obi bia manani ena so so obi da suban bia dia opeso wagene nkwafi ne so aso nipa ne kasa menwu a mewu a mepacho abo nipa no eya yesabia krafa ne ko ensem we afoforo pi kan wo semufo asem yatna se e de sum se original ye kase e wo Pent Radio 100.1 Kastiani mo after the PC no enkoma ohinere spices and ohinere non dairy powdered milk spices no dey da biara da yetna sia ye din wa dance ya de maw oba wo ye aduane wo fi afa bi ewo no apomde mapa ewom afa flavors no do so tin fa woni aduane a wo ye kwadwa so a ubenya eso ene ne spices non dairy powdered milk no so ebu adwaman so mankwada ni bi mi ebebie wo madwini mu koko na wo ye tea anase otu afabi gum kuma bi a wo befa no na atire aduane nim sanse emu pi eye nyuma krowe adawroma ena wie omo ebo ye chidom ya dari hote wani aji aboafo woni mankra to ere ka sebe chemo ebeto awoso dofo aminu hogo na say die oduane ni damo ayesronko ani omura ohere spices abefi aduane de ayesronko ohere chicken seasoning so tutu uchi ama wo ye akokko no ho bia fakakra sum froye mi ohere stew seasoning ba mama jeta jollof no ohere jollof seasoning ma sham ni odew fried rice no kra die ohere fried rice seasoning e mami free draft ready aponchin kakra no me do any go seasoning na ye asam no se ni ra ohini seasoning powder ya woni beef shrimp noodles any de keke anu so de aduane me hwam no me den ubedi dibio enti obapa ohini spices abama ye aduane no aye de efise ni die nenso aye de ohini spices e de you e we go wodomo at 020 780-5398 and 0244-525908 FDA Aji Ejodian Kratui Atum. After your more call by the Bacasian, so your more nympha and some injury yemfa and no. Anywhere anyone Penny John Dramani Mahama will be a napono na and pomade to 1 missing central for young room na yamma be some some no so said your minor or for a banya cassia nefer tosumi no besa bosumi and watchy and crooning no one far or non so dear one who they will never be a minor do no one far into Ghana for na enim na samba ko de etu dra any say was say so oba Ghana mo boko mentimi ho ase and to come bre na ekoso ewo atififa mo no mo a ni nyina eye ensem manfo ekikan ye defa abusuko bi ho anase ogya mo manfo enam social media Facebook so ne de kan ho post ye ene ka ho ama ene akwakọ bola suja eduma na san asori enti mo a maye mo se ene new media bi aba into bia kita de wunyani Android phone na che se ugira ba bia no aka nsem bia wose hwe Ghana Signals Bureau obi okitobia IP
IPS number phone nikita ono o posting bi ebetimi hu nipa kro post e ba bi ade ne efri na mo amosori a mudidi atemba basa no eno so emra e bapa enti wonam ho so we mampani John Dramani Mahama.
There are some of the incendiary statements that have been made in the Boko situation that are fueling some of what is happening there, making people hate each other and see each other as enemies. It's been the same in the Gonja Brefo thing. Some people fanning and inciting violence against each other. This falls in the ambit of the National Signals Bureau. And so the National Signals Bureau now has the technology to use your IP number and find you wherever you are. So I'm sending a signal to Ghanaians that we can find you those doing those hate speech and things. We'll use your IP number, we'll trace you. And when we trace you, we'll deal with you under the criminal code for inciting violence and disturbance of the peace. But I believe that beyond that, we must start making regulation for this new media because it's unregulated. And so anybody just takes a phone and says, oh, this plane crash, I wish that so and so had been the one in the helicopter and had died and dwarfs have eaten him in the forest. I mean, why would you say something like that? And so we need regulation for that new emerging media. But in the meantime, the National Signals Bureau has been given the full authority to track down people who do that kind of thing and bring them to be sanctioned under the criminal code.
Mampani John Dramani Mahama we fa ba ko na efa etoso menu no wode atuga ese mampani a wono America owura Donald Trump for abanwa kase no mote so say deportation o manfo amonye America for mo amona mesuma se muni nkrata betro ye pamu nyina ene oni ko say yes report no e chiwa ene wa bobɔ no kro hu bi me ho a ne do ekɔ na eno en what say America aban na fenso Ghana ban won ma kontiasia pamama ni pa be se edu enan a wonum nya Ghana fo yaje won mo nyina firi abuburuma to ye ha na no mampani ma ha ma echim se ni pani yaje won ma ye nyamfo so bia san se ewo abuburuma to ye ha no mo de obia betimi akọ oman bia so a wonhia visa se wo West Africa nko ade wo ho kwan wo akonya so betimi atubata e de free Nigeria ene betimi anante kora betimi a odo nante nabra oba ye bejo obetimi aba my Ghana ba betrembe se bosume miensa eno eye enefuwa maako edokron eno achi ni araso san eko na no wacha se ni pia yaje omo eye mra kwan so omo nyina ye West Africa for de aban ento mra e kwan bia so.
We agreed with them that West African nationals, were acceptable because all our fellow West Africans don't need a visa to come to our country. So if they decided to travel from US to Accra, they don't need a visa anyway. So if you're bringing our colleague West Africans back, I mean, that's okay. And so I think that agreement has been activated, and a first batch of 14 nationals came. Several of them were Nigerian brothers. They opted to go back home, and so we facilitated, we put them on buses, to be able to go back home. One of them was a Gambian who it's not as easy. You have to get him an air ticket to be able to facilitate his travel. So what we've done is contacted their embassy to let them know of his presence so that they can facilitate his return to Gambia. And so that's the issue with regards to deportations and arrivals. West Africa has the protocol of free movement, and so any West African is free to come to Ghana and be able to stay for 90 days. And so if they decide to bring them, I mean, we don't have a problem accepting them.
Mampani John Dramani Mahama ena ebu ho akonta e de kire no nipa 14 ba ko pene Gambia ni o maka nyina Nigeria fo.
Yefri mampani mo ensemo na yede yene achiremo ewo all ministers conference ekosom ewo Pentecost Convention Center na ede enkabomu sonko ena ba asofo kukudam ene ekristofo entem enam so ama minister for chieftaincy and religious affairs onimonyamfo Ibrahim Ahmed ede nani monyam okopie mo ewo dwumade na se na bro gina atimpie ni apaso a wo kasa no ene wo se wo hye Ghana ha a Christopher eye wo ha mu nchemu aduoso baako na emom ekoba ne se yenya enkabo mu ene ntiase a saa stem no aye ka ne yedoso ene yedoso no yebeka na no fafa keke ekowiase no na ankosi hye eti wo se a Christopher momoden na yenya enkabo mu na no atimi aboa ama nyamesom no afantampefra ewo omayimu na no akire no ene odi aseda emu odro pa my mother Church of Pentecost Apostle Eric Nyameche.
Government has put a team to write about courtesy and morals and change the educational curriculum of the country. We are in Ghana and I'm a writer. In times like this, the other faith and denominations will be pressing. There will be many interest groups pressing that government has put a team to write about courtesy and morals and change the educational curriculum of the country. We are in Ghana and I'm a writer. In times like this, the other faith and denominations will be pressing. There will be many interest groups pressing that their faith or belief will be in the curriculum. So who will speak for the church? Chiefs have been summoned to constitute a team, and I believe the National House of Chiefs, led by their president, has constituted a committee to write about their interests in reviewing the constitutional amendment. Who is doing it for the church? And if we sit down, we are Methodists, we are Pentecostals, we are Presby, we are Catholics. Without a common platform and forum like this, where these segregated interests will be aggregated and pushed with the force, the 71% population we claim to be will be a figure without voice. May that never happen. Apostle Chairman, God bless you. So, I've made it clear, the Minister of Education is reviewing the curriculum of our basic education and our educational institutions in this country. So the church must constitute a team to look at the interests of the church, moral decadence, morals that are going down, values that are going down, kingdom principles that are going down, for these things to be pushed. And this is the time the Western countries will push their Western culture into our curriculum. The Eastern countries will push their Eastern culture into our curriculum. The other believers will push their interests into our curriculum. And the church must also push for the interests of the church to be represented.
I was sorry no and so a pushy say a beya 71% and a young can sa keke nemum yabeyemu enuma na enu achino and also for no ede kan will be a misses and kanya as sorry na and Ghana entime enye Ghana anything was in Fantapim Boys Senior High School any Sukua Methodist asafono edi kan etinye na omuti se suku iwie ye no efedua 9 watchie chikura ansana wa maina ankasa etini ate Achimota Senior High School etiye sesenka asori eni omanyi mu a enka Ghana yegina bre anything.
I bring these few things to the attention of the church. One, if there's any time that the church must be closer to governance, the time is now. Apostle Chairman, not only that, the church must also pursue its agenda. The church was the leader in this country that set the pace in our educational standards. When there was no secondary school in Ghana, it was the church that established the first secondary school. It wasn't the government. The first secondary school in 1876 was established by the Methodist Church. The government was to establish 48 years later. Can you imagine a Ghana without a church? Would you have been educated? The first secondary school, Infant City Secondary School, was established in 1876 by the Methodist Church. It was only 1924 that the government of Ghana established the Achimota Secondary School. 48 years or 50 years later. So you can say anything against the church, but imagine a Ghana without the church. Apostle Chairman, thank you very much.
Minister for Chieftaincy and Religious Affairs, Onimanyafo Ibrahim Ahmed, Nene Eniati.
Adeja Mamemfa Entwaso na Director General Magana Tertiary Education Council Professor Ahmed Jinapo Abdullahi. Wode atuga and the atugana for any say distance learning centers bi ho no mu a ewo manmu a yatutum and munim tie ka kirem we say suapon bi no ho no mu a ebi suapon ewon kran obi nso so no ewo tifido mantem no opese onu so nya suapon titie bi se de be na edi sukun be ben nti ese ye bi center ewo ebia Savulugu Senior High School na che say ho no na mumpenfo no weekend ana say bia na wotwena wie na makọ na akyerechefo aba be kire made lectures aba be kire made na mokọ na no na director general che say centers ni bi ho no a enye mika krokro enye effective ebi ti say wa konto asosukun no wo mo ankasa kro mo brother double track nti ebi ko yellow eso yellow ni bi ko bi so green na bi ko nti e kwa bempa na mo benya mo de be kire say de for the emma ade kire wo say lectures no mo de e kire nkrofo de enkoso wo say mu so soro dem na wonum ekokohia ebumokra kwa to the extent say ECG for office ni o matra ye ene ekokọ kire nkrofo de osida bi enti those centers ni na be say ohani aduanan enkro 149 wo ma tutum afi won ma chokrata koma say appointment say wo mo kra manage accreditation wo mo center be bia na e wo say etimi emao tumi krata na accreditation asana wetimi adidwuma no Professor Ahmed Jinapo Abdullahi.
Distance education manifesting in institutions moving across this country to replicate what is happening in traditional classrooms cannot be deemed as distance. In fact, as we speak, Ghana Education Commission has flagged some 140 new distance learning centers that will bring an office of parents. These centers are found in second cycle institutions that are overstretched as a result of the double track. We have centers as being organized in churches, public services, public works departments, PWD, electricity companies. In fact, we cannot allow this to happen. As a commission, we've issued a moratorium on all these institutions to teach out students in these centers and to seek accreditation for facilities that are fit for purpose.
We are Director General Magana Tertiary Education Council GTEC. One Director General Professor Ahmed Jinapo Abdullahi.
Original Yakasia and Augusutia were Pent Radio 100.1. Na Yantua and Samno so Emma Mental Health Authority for Ghana for Yadjuni SC and Yamabia Equasro. Nanso Yan Shada and for Yadjuni NC Supa. And they say, Wamase any Paduana and in Pempina Yawa Mubo Mumadin Bia say, Wamabaji Wamuan Kasa Enkwa, Edia Free Wamo and Samu. And you shall more HSA Bosumi do what train and Tembiano. Enipa a Pemne Ahensia 1600 and ayo madwen se ombetime age wo mokra ade afri wo monsem na district health information management system no so ebubu mu no mu che se wo mu a wo mu ye mu so mbedwe wo mokra fo monsem afimpi no ene aduro no ennan mu no na ye apenne oha aduoso ennan 1174 afimpi no ne aduro no nan mu de eno no ena afia yesi mu ya no first quarter no wo mu ye omadwen so mbedwe wo nkwan fo monsem no so eye 477 etisani ye woyi ewose ye ma ye yam hyehye ewo ho acting chief executive Emma Mental Health Authority Dr. Eugene K. Dodoye.
The reported lives lost last year in 2023 was about 134. These are the lives lost, but we know that for every life lost, 3 to 5 times more people will attempt, and that is an unfortunate thing. And for every attempted suicidal behavior and suicide, up to 10 people are affected by that. So it's very challenging to have these numbers, lose their lives from a preventable cause of death, and that is the unfortunate thing. These were in 2023. Unfortunately, we reported up to 40% increase in 2024, and their concern here is that could it be due to increased awareness or increased reportage, or actually there are real increase in suicide deaths? We don't have the answers.
Acting Chief Executive Emma Mental Health Authority Dr. Eugene K. Dodoye.
Na ensemi no de tudwa esanse afibie mu no United Nations de September bosome ne de toso edu esi won mo say ye modebo emfa one more a gym woman quite a free one and some a home. Na said Mede a shall say a film pinu enemy in 2003. And I feel dear and not Roboja and no Enra was share of a way and I'm some public relations officer had a Magana Psychological Association, Dr. Isaac Newman, one also at be a piece. Now, no watch I say. No kwase ehun ya pa say ye bedi sa edai ni abohu da go san say nipa won mu ji won kasa enkofi won sem no ubu ehun akonta versus 700,000 we wiase afa na nyina na 700,000 you know won mu krampo won kono eno entin koda ansana ba ko ba hwene kwa na chese nipa be say enum ena won mu atry say won makasa beji won kwa edi afri won sem say ena Dr. Isaac Newman echi mu fry
I will share globally any Ghana a suicide rate every year the whole year about 700,000 people die by suicide. That's a hard number. I don't know how many people are in Colombia, but if you're Colombia, the whole town are obeying in a year because of suicide. That is how serious it is. It is 700,000 and Ghana and also sometimes between about 1,500 people may attempt or even die by suicide. But numbers we not share that in your country because a lot of them too are not reported. Right? Anything who say 1 every 40 seconds they will do 3 suicides, and 4 out of 5 suicides could have been prevented. Right? In terms of and most of them to avoidable, they are preventable, right? They start that here so that we can raise awareness of mental health issues, any suicide related issues, so that a big team and answer a big echo attitude in one career. The person will know what.
Na enona Dr. Isaac Newman network so kire se unu obi wo na mu se odesu ben bia hu adi ampacho mane nye wasresem kra enyu ani hintan bo nipa no o se a se bia obekom no wo ko na aka chem se me profutufo esa se me na mo ye se me ankasa me nyime konfirmfiri se mu a hospital bia ye wo sa so ni bi ho no a ye benyu obi amanatu ofu no wode wafa eye adesuane ade kire mu ye do kra ye be ma obi enti se hu obi so to sampacho ya bo me nyi wani emfa ehintano.
Majority of them have depression, anxiety, bipolar, alcohol, use problems, addiction to alcohol and stuff. In the majority of the time, the person has some mental health problems, right? And again, when people go through challenging life, they lose something, a relative, a relationship, money, something, job, and only call attitude it affects them. Again, so the way the person thinks about life, the emotions here. If it's a different business, if we are not really legitimate, the person will feel say about body crowd or what is saying or by agitated, the person will want to die. Right? Again, if we are offer their living, they are diagnosed with cancer, HIV, hypertension, diabetes, any chronic disease at all. Right? And any management, we have to tell how the person will choose and go and carry. And again, you will say also has higher rates of suicidal behavior because there are some genetic problems. The kind of genetic problems are what do you mean to say? Because if you know what, we are MOBA genes or generally in Ghana, work in any hospital. So for hospital, we are and tell the person say you want to speak to your mental health worker. You know what to do.
Mental health doctor bia ekasa hospital bia de okwa wonu enim de obeye obeboa
ene bra nipa ewo hawo nipa wonam wate polish pa no pe na meka so the wolf from
yeah pressure, depression, or how be brave and make us say, as I usually know, Yankasana, Nipan Casaba City, Nipa, or better to no, you are Saba Bijan was soon. Oh, and the Yan and Aqua, no, no, what it will be. Or better to one cause woo, no other classy, who could know somebody did alcohol. Yamu yamu.
One a bet that you pay. I didn't say ya de kasene ko achimoda na adwadifo maybe wo na ebo aban no entrene wo mo se ani pp amanyokuo no epenso edwabi wo ho a wo mo si edema wo mo enye ye pa ho ntuma kora ejombetimi akom na omakwa akodidwa na so asa aban yi ba ye wo nyanche mfama wo mo etu wo mo sese aban no meye bibi mfa ho MP ni assembly member wo ho anya sa ni omo ankasa ebe so wo mo kuku no omo nkaka akodi wo mo dwa ewo ho omo simprempre baby omo didwa no eben lorry station na so di congestion exercise bi akoso wo ho a asan ahodo ni bebre ena omo yi ede afi ho entu omo kire se esei wo mo edwa no maba wa hima eye ma me regina donko na no disi
ejo form asade ya ye titana no chese ya true simply because ya yobia amado ni aka huna amama hi no omo ya responsible ewo efie amani ya support ya mama ano bia so pane education na bia no chejo ya yatim omo amadu mi akakra what you nya dia purchase this ka ba kukura ni eti di papa so ama no ama ta omo ba kwa cross omo ba kwa cross ya se ko do aso ya ta fa kwa ndia ni se ya on ya so nya dan ani ya didi eti ya ju wa se pa si eguo ana omo di wa ya se ba ju ya ba check ti ada wa so omo kwa fa embe guan anya sa to so mo ama omo fe ko dudu ya ni bi lo se ya ba kwa ko ya jani na mo ko bi ya na so me ji ya owo bi ayo wo one day die just be try ya ba se ni e so to bi so enye egwu so ya sa ba nti ya ni akwa tita ya sa mbe bi e ti bu ku ya nya wa na ba tu aba no ade ama wa na ba na do fo ma ya e ti ya sa me sa kwatie bu na wo bi bi ya ti ya chia sana wo ti na ya ni na la ya chia nde ya chia ma chia o ti sa ya bi sa de na ya ka no amu ba ya e de ama ka se no ba de ya ni pro
ela da wono emema bi enye responsible kra eye ma ya ne ko ene ba wei eye emoba wa hima era regina donko ene atie na enu achi no ena adwadifo ma ni bi so ede to ye mraso bedwani a owo ho enim ni assembly member enim se omo nhye na sadi congestion exercise no mo ye no wo mo nyai omo no nya adwene enye sadi a na wo mo ansa so omo anko edwa muno ni mu a ene tax no omo jeje no omo ntua
Samina ne say odam penifo omo hu say aha central market the whole Ghana you central market I the taxi drivers e the Kogu central market the you say ya the transit for drivers e the begu ho na mo tade amedom na mo yi wo mo nyina free wo no mo say pa ba na ya ba so ni ja wo danje ma ya samina ne say omo focus na omo yi free ha e ko me me ano omo nyina after omo san for mo nyina emmela na so so ye maya I want to know my yuma and so because I'm get to area and a man and so we kind of mom and I won't be a store for mom so me back from almost 1 year so it's so mom be a mom about so mom go about 4 5 mama yes some employee man na try so be a man of man here to ye juma no sadia we ye jani ba ye na ye ko go na e tira han ka na ho na ka sleep me ya ya this ni na ni mi o mai ni ma si bia e na ya ba ye wo to so bia sisi ni ya so
anyway adwadifo ma bia wo mo ewo achim oda
Arisha yenko wie kase no awa amanone ye ko South Africa na South Africa asemu a si wo ho no mo eni say awafo mi no bia tabiri wo no asem de akodan Supreme Court asemu a mo de ko nyina ne so mo ntia se South Africa wo mbra mu say wo ware a wo yitimi anasa wo ware a wo yire efa wudi ere to ono no ho so nanso be man de ntimi emfa na yire di emfa entunu so nti court no hwa asem no wonka na eno na Supreme Court ankasa wo South Africa wɔno so tena asɛm no so a bobo hudo so de so se da bi mmara no etwachia mmara no ntene ɛsan sɛ mmara no a wɔnom yɛ no ɛyɛ wɔnom agya no mu a wɔnom bɛfa wɔnom mu wɔnom ewura no bɛfa wɔnom no mu no ɛna de saa mmara no ɛbaayɛ enti na South Africa Supreme Court ɔmuli sɛ bɛrima wo nso ware a wobɛtumi afa wo yiri din ɛde ato wo ho so sɛ wo pa wobɛtumi afa sɛdeɛ ɔbaa no nso bɛtumi afa no nti ɛsɛ no ɔse afei deɛ ayɛ balance first na gender imbalance nti ɛsɛ no ɔmama na yɛ balance nti bɛrima wo nso ware ɔbaa no a wo pa wo nso fa wo yiri din ni sɛ ne fa to wo ho so sɛ ɔbaa no nso pa ɔno nso bɛtumi afa bɛrima no nso deɛ depend ana sɛ gyina nipa a wɔware no yɔnko so enti sɛ ɔbaa no ba bɛware na sɛ wokora na ware na wo pa nso bɛtumi afa ne din ɛsan sɛ ebi wɔ hɔ no mo susi sɛ ɛma no ekita edin bi a ɔbaa no onipa titiri ɛwɔ ɔman no enti ne din bɛtumi de wɔwura baabi enti no sɛ wohwɛ na sɛ ɔbaa no din da wo so na nso bɔ din na bɛtumi ama ɔfɛ baabi no nnuam bi a wobɛti ayo ada yi ɛwɔ anim saa ada yi wei ɛsi wɔ South Africa enti yɛbɔ bom kae sɛ South Africa
ɔbaa wototo a ɛtwene bɛrima de
ɛnyɛ wode yɛyɛ mafisia mɛmɛ yino kita ne papa di nti ne papa ne wafa no de aka ho
ka bɛti ne demisewa
ɛyɛ mesrɛ ha kwa mopɛ obisiamanso nti no
yɛbɛti di
nti sɛ South Africa Supreme Court ahyɛ nti sɛ na wɔ sɛ ahyɛmdwafoɔ nso wɔn kɔda ne mmara no na afei deɛ wɔn de hyɛ mmara mu sɛ nnɛ bɛrima nso ware ɔbaa a wobɛtumi afa ɔyere no din de ato wɔn nso wodeɛ so nti ɛnea wɔn nso wopɛ sɛ ɛfrɛ Stephen na wobɛtumi ade Stephen deɛ hempo fufusu a Stephen amonima ɛnea ne da hɔ no arehyɛ kaseɛ no asi dia edi emu akontine ebi ene say omampani mahama ede kokobọ kode ama wo mo amotre social media so etwa to ayampia di manfo atem keka ensem de fa enkrofo ho se munhwe ne ye emra ebeba ye bechimu
Chieftaincy and Religious Affairs Minister Eddie Abosobo ama chairman Emma the Church of Pentecost Apostle Eric Nyamiche
GTech for HS distance learning centers where say ohani aduanan enkro won mo a won motutum
Mental Health Authority for so abamanie say enipa apem ena bosome du watwentem bia no omi omadwen se ombeju omkra efro honsam
ewa manone nsem so South Africa Supreme Court ahye se ne be ma nso ware oba betima afa ne din dia to ho so pa
Ensem weni afufuro pi ena samufuo semu na yetena sede somo se original ye kase ewo Pent Radio 100.1
akenkan for na yeme ohini banya komene
mame ajwa ahenkra kechiri
ena se ne de ma ohini spices na fe so ohini no dairy powdered milk se wonom eso yasen efa kase huka ene ya wada kofia no apebi no dairy no so no apebi odi akogofia mabusiafo no wonom benum ne kama wonom benum aduane no kwa obo se efie aye nika nije sede hwehwehwam se aduane no eyede wonom adama ne de kase ne bro ye de wasi nyamedom ye ne anwumre no nume to so mi no bopem abesan atenka biem yakrawo